Well, hello there, folks. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy Tuesday to you. And are we? Yep. Looks like we are live, y'all. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. Happy Tuesday to you. Let's see if I can make that. There we go. Let's see who we've got in here on this fine evening. Already glanced in earlier and saw Marco is here, Mr. Eddie's here, Ryan Crow, or at least they were a few minutes ago. We'll find out if folks have remained or may have stepped away for a little bit and coming back. Ryan Crow, thank you for being here. Ryan Crow says, I'll be driving and lurking. You drive safely, mister. And hello to you too, Ron. Hope you're doing well. Mind of Milton says, yo. There's Kelly's Mishmash. I think she's probably already had dinner by now. I think she was cooking it earlier. So there's Mo Patty. Whoops. There's Mo Patty. Thank you for being here, ma'am. Do appreciate it. There's Paul Mills. Thank you for being here, Paul. Ron Crow says, I hope Tommy's on time tonight. It's awful quiet in the car while waiting for him to start. I'm on voice to text, by the way. You best be, mister. Pay attention to that road and get to your destination safely there, sir. Neil McKenzie says hello. And I'm skipping over the ones where y'all just talking back and forth. But very cool that y'all have decided to hang out with me for a few minutes this evening. Really appreciate that. Hopefully we'll be doing a couple of different anodization projects that I want to try. And found out I've got another one to try here on a custom knife in the near future. But I got to do some prep work on it first. So that's to come. Little bit nervous about that, but we're gonna give it a shot. And there's Marco, the master moderator that he is, throwing out links. Appreciate that. If you don't have a wrench, please let me know if you need one, and I will be happy to get that. Unless one of the other moderators take care of getting the link that you're looking to drop. I believe that's one way that we can help each other out by spreading the word about channels that we may not be aware of. So really appreciate that. Henry G, thank you for being here. Hopefully I'm not skipping anyone that I may have seen earlier tonight and thought that I had said hello. I may have said hello to you on another live. There's Mind of Milton saying hello, Mick. Pretty sure I said hello to Neil McKenzie. Pretty sure I said hello to Marco, but if not, there you go. Appreciate you all. Homer Feltus, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. All right, don't forget, guys and ladies, to drop whatever you're carrying into the Discord. And in fact, let me go ahead and navigate over there if I can get my mouse that correct. I haven't heard anything about the mouse clicks lately. Y'all must not be hearing the mouse clicks, or you've got used to them and you're ignoring them. Not sure which, but I'm sure Mr. Eddie will let me know. All right, and here's the link to that Discord. You can drop your carry in that, and we'd be happy to take a look at it here in just a little bit. Got a lot of things planned for today. Anodization, pocket checks, then we've got giveaways, of not only the members giveaway, but we've also got participant giveaway as well, and we've got some 3D printed items that you'll be able to choose from if you are the winner of tonight's participant giveaway. So all kinds of stuff going on this evening. Matt Marr, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Neil McKenzie says, this beats staying at work. Well, be careful if you're headed on the way home. Mr. McKenzie, thank you for being here. Did I miss? There's Joe Kasperick. Thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate that. Brian White, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. And I could go ahead and expand this out so I don't have to scroll so much and I can read a little bit faster, maybe. Cliff Bright, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And welcome. There's Marco dropping the Discord link as well. Well, there's Marco dropping the Discord link right before I did. And that's awesome. Thank you, Marco. Should have known that Marco would have got it. Roger Baker says, hello and good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. And Roger Baker, right back to you, sir. Hope you are doing good as well. Kelly O'Neill, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. Kelly, not sure if you've been in here before, but if not, welcome. And if you have been in here before, welcome back. Ron Crow says, I can hear your mouse clicks. I've just gotten used to them. Good. Okay, good. I don't have to worry about changing mice now to get a softer clicker. But I did change mic, so it may help to not pick that up so much. Maybe. We'll see. Trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Getting called up. All right. So looks like right now I am caught up with the chat. Ron Crow is text, voice to text, he says. So just be careful whatever you're doing there, Mr. Crow. Been an exciting time. No, I was I've got so the all right. The other night, or it's been a few weeks. I actually opened this from TKE, and it was in a box that he sent to me. And I had mentioned to him one time that I hadn't reviewed a Buck 110. So he sent it to me, and then it came my birthday, and he said, "Oh, by the way, that Buck 110 is yours, is for your birthday." So I was like, okay, so this is not something that you're just normally going to carry around in a pocket. And I remembered back to my childhood, back when we had knockoff Buck 110s that were about that long, and we had like leather sheaths, and y'all probably gonna laugh at me, but I remembered wanting to carry one of those because that's what the guys on the Dukes of Hazzard carried, and you know, back in the day, we thought that was really cool that they had the pocket knives in the sheath. So I grabbed the Katsu leather sheath out of the my gift knife from the group, and it fits. So I've got it in there, kind of breaking that sheath in. It's not quite the style that we used to carry, but I think it'll work. But anyway, y'all can laugh at me if you want to. But back in 1912, Mr. Eddie says, "Yep, it's been a while." But it's funny because I happen to remember leather sheaths and similar knives, and then that just kind of brought up a memory from back in the day. And this one's screaming sharp. He must have sharpened it recently, but that's going to be very cool to try to do walking and flicking with too. We'll see. Anyhow, let's back up here and see what I may have missed because the chat went crazy once. There's Jesse. Jesse, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. Neil McKenzie says 110, my number one knife. It is certainly a classic for Shaw. No, I'm not giving that one away. That one stays. So we're giving away Maddie's Arius. Okay. We'll figure out that from Maddie when he gets in here if he drops by. Back in 1912. All right, mister. I am not that old. Ron may remember 1912, but not me. All right, let's see. And I think I said hello to Joe. I'm pretty sure I said hello to Joe. But anywho, did I see Morbid? No. Thought I saw Morbid Klaus jump in, but that was not the case. Neil McKenzie says I've had 110 since elementary school in the 1970s. That's when my elementary school was. Yeah, that's when my elementary school was as well. There, Neil McKenzie. And there's TKE. We were just talking about you, TKE. I was just talking about the Buck 110, and Ron Crow says if that knife is screaming sharp, then TKE did not sharpen it. Whoa, mister. And we're talking about I was talking about how as I was looking this knife over, I happened to remember I had a very short, a much smaller version of similar version of this particular knife, except I'm sure it was not made in the USA, and it had a leather sheath because that's how you carried the Buck 110. So I got the Katsu, and I know I got to get a regular sheath for this, USA made sheath for this USA made knife. But anyhow, I put it in here, and I was remembering how as a kid we used to carry the knife in the sheath because that's what we saw on TV. All right, let's see here. I have not. Well, I mentioned that a few minutes ago as well, TK, that I had to do a walking and flicking with the Buck 110. I've been practicing a little bit, but we'll get it down, and I'll assure you there will be, Lord willing, there will be a walking and flicking with the Buck 110 if I don't injure myself with it first. Or do you just do that with Mr. Eddie's bearings? That's debatable. Sometimes it depends. Wait a minute. Did I mention? There he is. There's Adventure 50. Thank you for being here, Adventure 50. Why does it sound like I'm super far from the mic? Is it not sounding good? Anybody else? I have a captive audience since you're driving there, Ron Crow. Um, y'all let me know about the audio. Is it just Mr. Eddie needs to turn the volume up, or is the is it not very loud? Okay. Jesse says sounds good. Cliff says, okay, Mr. Eddie, I think that means you got to turn your phone up a little bit. All right, let's get to the anodizing, because if I'm not careful, before you know it, oh, I forgot I had that knife. All right, I got to review that one. So we're not going to. That's not going to be a part of the giveaway. I thought for a minute there that might be added in, but let's not do that. Let me grab the wink and move it in here, and let's see if we can get some parts anodized. All right. Let's move that a little bit this way. Let's move that a little bit this way. And that's just our cleaning solution. All right. Mopetti says, well, Marco said first to put the hearing aids in Mech, and then Mopetti said Mech needs hearing aids. So Paul Mills says okay on the audio. Kelly O'Neill says audio is correct. So, Roger, don't be encouraging, Ron. Come on, man. I think that was definitely shots fired. And Carco Klaus says, yo, I made it. Thanks for being here, Carco. Jim Cox says, I got new hearing aids, Mr. Eddie. You want my old ones? Whoa. Hey, Jim, thanks for being here, man. Clint Crosby, thank you for being here. All right. So, you be careful there, Carco Klaus. Ramsey Silent says, say hello to my little friend. The like button, it helps so much more than most people know. Thank you, Ramses. Y'all hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Mr. Eddie has declined Jim's offer for his old hearing aids. That was kind of you to offer, Jim. Mr. Eddie says, I just quit this live. I can barely hear him. Well, join right back up, mister, because it must be a bad connection. Cliff says, wood to split. Be right back. Cliff, maybe. Is Cliff in Alaska, maybe? I can't remember. If not, it's probably getting, or if so, it's probably getting pretty cool up there. It's supposed to cool off here into the 40s and 50s this latter part of this week in the evening, at night. So that should be interesting. But then it's supposed to warm back up next week. Roger says, so what are we anodizing tonight? Glad you asked that, Roger. We have, so I have the MBK Niles Wolverine, and I got that one from Fred the Lug, and decided I'm going to try to get a teal color on the on those scales. I think that would look good with that knife. And then also we have the pocket clip off of the TRM Bulldog. So I want to do a blue on that. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to see how it goes. I've already washed everything, got it clean and back into the simple green, which actually somebody on the live stream suggested at one point in time. Thank you, Adventure 50. I actually won one of the giveaways on Lance's channel the other night, and have a pocket tool, a multi-tool headed my way. Appreciate that. Ramsey Silent celebrates 2 months of membership, which is very cool. And you guys that are members, we'll pull a list here in later on this evening and give away a knife. And you'll get to choose one of 3 knives that I have picked out that you can that I'll send one of those to you along with a sticker pack. But let's thank Ramsey Silent for 2 months. Thank you, sir. Do appreciate that. Neil McKenzie says 88 in the desert. And there's Bluminati Ninja. Bluminati, thank you for being here, man. Bluminati celebrates being a member for 5 months. Thank you for that, Bluminati. Thank you guys for being members. Really appreciate that. All right, and then we've got Paul Mills, member for 4 months. Thank you so much for that, you guys. Really appreciate that. And glad that I'm able to recognize y'all for doing that. And Bluminati, thank you for being here, man. All right, let's go ahead and think I'm going. Whoops. Kelly's Mishmash, member for 7 months. Well, if everyone else is doing it, she's gonna do it as well. Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Appreciate that. And Jesse says Marty's Arias giveaway tonight. He's been a member for 2 months. Thank you, Jesse. But wait, there's more. Just kidding. Oh, you guys, appreciate that. Thank y'all so much for being members. Really helps out, and hopefully we'll continue getting subscribers as well, because when we reach the 1,500 mark, I got some cool knives. Actually, 3 different knife packages that I'm planning on giving away, including a TRM Holier Nerd that's part of that giveaway. Bluminati says, well, now, Tommy isn't going to... Well, where did it get to? Run out of air like Rob. Exactly. I'm not going to do that. That's just nuts. He's going to end up passing out or something. He's going to have to be careful about that. But there is Jim Cox saying a member for 4 months. Jim Cox, I'm going to switch it up on now that y'all are doing that. And I'm going to say thank you to Jim Cox. Appreciate it. And then there's Ron Crow, says member for 7 months. It's been a very long 7 months. I've got a special sound effect for Ron Crow right now. Here we go. Thank you, Ron Crow. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, Robert Willoughby. Thank you for being here. Saying hello to everyone. And there's Mick Ranger, member for 2 months. Let's see. We'll switch back to the air horn for Mick. Do appreciate it, man. This is enjoyable being able to mess with Ron because he is he's supposed to be just listening, but apparently his voice to text isn't going the way he wants it to. He said, "Hey, Illuminati, Bing Crosby." I've got to actually put that up on screen. Where is it at? I've got to find that. Where did that go? Ron says, "Hello, Illuminati, Bing Crosby." That speech to text isn't working great for you there, Mr. Crow. That's pretty funny. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get into this before we mess things up. All right, I've got to be careful with this wink. Once I'm done with that, I want to get it out of the way. But let's do the clip first. And for the clip on the Wolverine, I think I'm just going to leave it be and leave it the color it is, but I want the scales to be a different color. All right, we're going to take the clip, dip it in ink. It starts bubbling as such. So we're using that as our etchant, and we're going to rinse that off into the clean water there. I'm going to cover this back up, and then we're going to set it in here. And let's see what color I had decided. I want to make sure that I get this correct. I've actually got a I want this one 22.5, I think. We're going to try that for the voltage of 22.5. Let's turn that on and get that to set, and then we will we've got to turn it way down because apparently the last time I was doing it was all right. 20. I wish I had a way to show you what the setting was here, but you'll just have to imagine, if you will, that I'm trying to get this set on 22.5. Okay, 22.49. We're gonna leave it there. All right, and so now I've got my this is titanium there. This is titanium wire here. So we're gonna touch that, and you can see it's changed colors there. And we're getting to the blue colors, and I'm gonna watch the amperage. All right, and then I'm going to turn that off, and let's see, wait till it clears out before I lay this wire down. All right, and then we're going to get this out and rinse it off. And let's get a paper towel out here and dry that off so that we can see if that's the color we want to go with. Now I've already cleaned this with simple green. And I think as it continues to dry, it's probably going to be exactly the way I wanted it. And it's not helping that these blue gloves in the picture. Let's see if I can show it without the blue gloves. No. All right, we're going to set that off to the side and let that dry some more. But that is, well, you can see it better now that it's sitting over there. That's going to be a nice blue, I think, that we're wanting. All right, let's see here. See if I'm missing everything. Why low voltage? I just wanted a blue color. We're gonna do the scales in a high voltage, and I know I can get another color blue, but I think you may be correct about that too, there, Jim. So there it is on the blue. 1931 Leatherworks. Hey Terry, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and do the scales now. These are going to be a different. We're going to do for the scales. We're going to do. In fact, I could just go ahead and pull up the. Let's do that. The chart that I like to use. So let's share the screen here. And get the right window. It's not wanting to cooperate here. We'll move it down. I'm having to, whoops, move the wrong one. You know, dark, I like dark mode on a lot of things, but sometimes it really messes you up. All right, we're going to share this one and share the screen. What in the world happened here? Okay, that's not what I wanted. That's not exactly what I wanted. All right. Nope, that ain't what I wanted. Let's try that again. I love it when a plan comes together. Share screen. Let's do a window. There we go. Maybe. All right, let's do that. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. And you've got the voltage, as you can see there. For this one, I think I'm going for 80 volts for the scales. I think that would be a good color. We're going to find out. If not, we'll start over. And Mind of Milton says Tommy broke it. Yeah, I like using dark mode, but then when I'm trying to look at something and there's a glare, it messes with me sometimes. But Ron Crow says that's some great. All right, Mr. Crow. All right, Mister. Maybe I'll play with your particular version that you like there. Maybe. But I do reserve the right to mess with you if. Let me set this down where I can. All right, so we're thinking about going with 80 here. Let me switch back to this so that you can see what I'm doing here. Jim Cox says OBS is for people who like changing settings instead of streaming. Good move there, Jim. All right, let's see if I can do this without making a mess. I'm dipping it into the etchant here. So we've got the etched. Then I'm going to rinse it off here for just a second and then put it in here. And then I need to grab the other one. And we're going to etch that. All right. Rinse that off. And then put it, oops, dropped it in there instead of carefully placing it in there. And we'll have those touching. Okay, let me get this on there and move these two out of here where I don't mess things up. All right, so let's grab our lead here and catch up with comments right quick. Marco's dropped the link for double wide EDC. That's Tactical Terry and Madiako's website. Y'all go check that out. There's Mind of Milton saying Tommy broke it. Did not, mister. Mind of Milton says I use OBS. I think TKE tried to do that, but I think it is it's fairly machine intensive if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not sure that my old Alienware laptop would run it, although it does better at running Adobe Premiere Pro than my other laptop. So Terry says, find yourself wanting a lightning anode or lock with a Damascus blade, but only have $150. Do I have a deal for you? Hey, check with Terry on that. Ron says, I'll start calling you Tommy Sr. Tegan, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. He says all he has is a lightning Damascus blade. All right, let's go ahead and figure this. What did I say we wanted? I said we wanted 80. Let's start with 80 volts here. So I'm gonna flip this up and get this up to 80 volts. And we'll see if this thing will actually do this. I had some problems previously, but I think it was operator error. So we're going to find out here that if it'll do a higher voltage. And there you can see it changing all kinds of colors. We've got a nice pink, but I'm not wanting a pink. It needs to keep going, but I think we're getting there. I think we're getting the change to teal. Oop. Nice sparks there. And I need to move something here, so let's turn that off and move this away from the. We're fixing to have some good sparks. All right, let's try that again. I think I see some teal starting to come in. But I think we're going to have to go up just a little bit more. Let's see what this one does over here. You can see the different colors changing there. I think we're going to have to go up here just a little bit further on the voltage. We've got a nice purple color, but I don't think purple's exactly what I want to do. Mr. Eddie says, what knife is that? That is the MBK Wolverine, Mr. Eddie. All right, let's go ahead and shut it down and pull those out and take a look at it first. See where we're at, but I think I want to go ahead and go up on the voltage a little bit. We can see there's a little change to some teal, although, so I think that I've got some, I need to touch it in some different areas maybe to do that, but I've got some interesting colors going on there. Not quite up what I'm looking for, so back into the bath and up on the voltage just a little bit more. So let me make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Mr. Eddie says, oh, meh, knife. I'm pretty sure Mr. Eddie told me to send that one to him. Let's try 82.5. All right, let's try this and see what happens. I don't know that I've done an entire knife scale to this high of a voltage. I think I tried before and it didn't work. So this power supply just may not have enough oomph to it. But with a higher voltage, I think you have to leave it in longer. I don't know. There's Jake from Ohio State. Thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Mr. Eddie says, use thicker wire. Can I double the wire over and use it that way? I think it's getting there. It's just taking a minute. Let's try that. We'll double the wire over and twist this. And give that a shot. All right. It's looking pretty cool now. I think we're getting there. I do see some teal colors. There's also still purple there, which may mean I need to raise the voltage a little bit higher. And I may want to turn my move my anode here too. All right, let's see where we're at now. And any of you experts like Mr. Eddie says, like a car system, the thicker the wire, the better voltage current. We are getting there. There's still some color variation there, so it's not being solid. And but that is interesting. We let it dry for a second there, get another, and we'll take a look. I may have to re-clean and etch it again and see, because I have some discoloration there in certain areas, which is weird because was not the intended result. It's getting there, but not quite what I was looking for. It's almost like it has a... All right, you guys that are used to this, tell me what I could have done differently. The camera is not picking up. The camera's picking up a lot more than what I'm seeing if I'm just holding it away. Let's see if anybody's saying anything. Maybe not. This is kind of the color that I'm wanting that's along this edge right here. And it doesn't even look like it in camera, which is really weird. I'm seeing more brown color on you can kind of see it right there. Let's put it back in. Let's put them both back in, and I'm going to move the anode around here. And we're going to go up on voltage just a little bit, but I still think that the discoloration, somehow I've got to figure out why it did that. Well, I did clean it, yeah. I'm going to have to re-clean it again. But I don't know where the trails came from, because I actually soaked it a good bit in the degreaser, as well as using a brush to clean it up. Double wrap the wire around the pivot. Don't lay it flat on the bottom. Okay. I may have to get a different, something different to, I do have this, I do have another piece of this grate that I could put in the bottom. And then I can clip this wire directly to the... No, I can't. Or maybe I can. All right, let's see what we've got here. Adventures in Messing Up with Anodizing with Tommy. Okay, that's more of the color that I'm wanting. But we still got that, the parts, and you've got a design right here that looks crazy for some reason. Definitely going to have to do that another try. Mr. Eddie says the big end, put it through the pivot. That was not trying for 3 different colors on those scales. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean them off and try running it again. I'm going to have to etch it for sure. Y'all want me to do that now, or do you want to go ahead and get to the giveaway? Or the pocket checks and then the giveaway? Y'all let me know. I can go ahead and try etching it again and running it. Even the back's not running. Not doing exactly like I wanted to. Jim Cox says, yep, there's a giveaway in a little bit. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and drop it into here. Put that up there. We have the etchant here. You know what? You guys that know, if I'd used some old, well, I won't say old etchant, but I had it had been in there, it shouldn't matter. I'm thinking. Tegan, we've got a members only giveaway, but we've also got a participant giveaway. And what I'm going to do is actually, we're going to pick somebody that needs some views on a video and do that. But there's a members giveaway as well as a participant giveaway. Okay, let's rinse this off, and I'm using distilled water. Mr. Eddie says do it one at a time. Okay. All right. with that texture, and you'll probably need to scrub that scale a bit with a wink. Aha. Okay. Well, I've got a toothbrush here. Let's see. Dip it back into the wink. And rinse it in the water, distilled water. And then I'm going to okay. All right, I'm going to change gloves because I may have got some wink on my glove, so let's not be spreading that around. All right, so I think I got my color now, so I'm going to flip it on, and it's not laid flat. Okay, let's see what happens. Cliff Broad, are you in Alaska? I'm getting the nice purple, and our amperage is still up there pretty good. So we'll watch that and let it drop down some more. That's what I was thinking. Getting the deep purple now. Amperage. Their amperage is still up there. It's not dropping. The voltage is fairly steady, and I think it may just be my power supply is not strong enough. It's getting teal colored. Not like you guys can see anything though. Let's see what we've got here. I'm pretty sure I tried to do a high voltage one before, and it said, "No, I'm not quite doing that." It looks almost like a lightning anode on there this time. The amps were reading about 3 amps. Or I think it was 3 amps. No, 1.3 amps. Usually I like to wait till it gets down to 0, but it was holding fairly steady there. And that is not what I'm looking for. The purple looked fine when it was the purple color, but it seems like even the back here with non-texturing is not quite doing it. I mean, that's an interesting color, but not quite what I was looking for. I don't think. I may have to choose a lower voltage color, which I really don't want to do that, though. And I'm not really wanting purple. So do y'all have any suggestions? The sandy stuff in the water is baking soda. That's titanium. This is titanium grid right there. Jim, you don't use a baking soda? I use too much? That's a possibility. It's easy enough to try. I've got another thing of a tablespoon per cup. I'll have to try that. Let's go ahead and do the giveaways first. Let's do the pocket checks, then the giveaways, and then I'll stay on here for a little bit longer and play with this if you guys want to hang around. I mean, it's an interesting scale there. Not quite what I was looking for though. And I don't mind playing with it some more to see if I can get that better. All right, let's get that out of the way. All right. Let's go check the Discord right quick. I need to move that up. Excuse me. And let me stop the screen share. Start the screen share back. This time we're going to go to Discord. And hit that share button. All right, let's see where I need to back up to. Today's the 30th. I don't think I did this one for TC. Mr. Eddie says, I need a Cortex XL in my life. All right. Robin Dallum has a... Let me figure out how to... All right, now we should be able to see without anything interfering. That's an interesting looking knife there with the, looks like a gravity, no. It's an interesting knife. Both of them are, and I don't know what either one of them are. Perhaps y'all can help me out. I do have, I'm looking at the chat to see if anything is there. Jim Cox says it's blue camo, right? That is correct. I bet you I couldn't get the other one like that, though. All right, let's see here. A couple of guys are dropping what they are carrying in the pocket. Jesse says Matriarch 2 and Vosti Porcupine. Neil McKenzie says CGRB Echo, Gerber US 1, Tiny Sog on keyring. Followmov Mini Light. Cliff Brott says Ohio Riverjack and Tucson M390. Ramsey Silent says Leatherman Arc, Sog Power Pints, Civivi Sentinel Strike, CRKT Obeck Fixed, Outdoor Element Neck Knife and Zippo with a bit kit insert. I don't know what that is, but that sounds like that would be useful if I'm not mistaken. Venture 50 says Chavez Redemption Drop Point X-Lock and the Real Steel Blue Sheep. Let's see. Mallory's in the house. Thank you, Mallory, for being here. Cesar, thank you for being here as well. Says, I think that's the D-Rocket Design Mini Katana. Sounds about right. Top one is O-Knife, maybe. Let's see. It says SR71 here. That may be a model number, but I'm not sure who the maker is. I'm not sure who that one is either. Let's see. Does he say? No. Interesting looking knives, though. SC Knife Monkey. Looks like he's got a Militaw, a Drop Bear, and a Latama, and probably a custom sheath slippy there. We got looks like an Evo there for, who was that? For Robin Dallum. That looks like an Evo there. And there's a couple more pictures there. Nice backspacer. And then a live video there. Not live video. A recorded video there. A very cool looking knife. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's keep on rolling. Was that Gons? Gons in his Arius. Is that the one that we're giving away? I think. Was that right? Was that right? Well, there's Mattisfaction. Maddie, I think somebody was offering to give something of yours away, but I'm not sure about that. Cesar says, yep, the one with the rockets by D-Rocket Design. Bob Tislam says, flicking the Benchmade AFO tonight. All right, let's move on to the next one. Robin Dallum's got a, that looks like a something obscene. Very cool. Gons has got a Mordax. Is that what that is? No. Maybe. Possibly. No, that's a Chavez. A Protect. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm confused. It's got a Chavez clip on it. It says Protect there. And it has, I do not recognize that. So you guys will, it's a collab. Maddie gives an Arius away every week. I've never seen Maddie give an Arius away. Kinetic Kid, there's a, is it Les George, a McNeese, and a Hinderer. There's Ed Durbin with a tri-stash, a couple of tri-stashes. I think that's the new one, the gummy worm one that only he has. There's Mech with a Tasca Tools, if I'm not mistaken, and a Tasca pen. Very cool. Mac Daddy, if I'm not mistaken, on the knife there. Ed is asking if it's a Satori. No, I think that's a Tasca Tools Mac Daddy, if I'm not mistaken. And Mr. Eddie doesn't seem to be paying attention, so could be wrong. And Jim Cox has some concepts. I feel like I should know the names, but I don't. But a very nice concept collection there, Jim Cox. Cesar, there's if Marco is still around and he could drop the link to the Discord, it's actually TKE's Discord. He's just given me a channel on there where I can have folks drop their carries. All right, and I think that's the end. Unless, nope, we've got a couple more. Mr. Eddie says Tasca Tools Mac Daddy V2. And Mick's playing with some scales, looks like, yep, Shaman scales that he's playing with. And then the Orlock and the 15V Para 3. Very cool. I have had 2 of the Orlocks on the channel, the prototypes, that is. I have not got to play with a production version yet. All right, let's. I'll keep an eye on this, see if anything else shows up. But let's go back and let's get ready for the giveaways. I'm going to actually set this in yonder. All right, we're going to do the, let's see. We're going to do the participant giveaway first, and it will be one of these items. You get to choose a 3D printed EDC item. We've got the nice blue ones, starry blue, or the same in black, or a bit holder, or a knife kit. So, and then there will also be a swag pack with a bunch of different stickers. And what you guys, if you will, if someone has a channel here that you're needing maybe some extra subs, and you have a short that we can link to, and or a short video, or just a regular video that we could link to, and leave a keyword, then I'll use comment picker to choose from that. We've got the Kelly actually donated to the channel. That's Kelly's sticker there, and that's part of the giveaway there. So this will be the participant giveaway. And let me go check comments right quick and see who we might have. Mr. Eddie linked to the Discord there. Marco did as well. Thank y'all so much. Henry G says, can it be? It's that international hot dog man of mystery, the man, the myth, the legend, Matisfaction. Mick says, I still got to clear coat the shipwreck to make the colors pop and protect it. It is looking good. Venture 50's got a link to a... Is that the one you want me to do there, Adventure 50? Baptism, yeah, this is part of the participant giveaway. I'm about to go look, and I think Adventure 50's got a one that I can grab here. Let me... Actually, I'm going to have to open up YouTube. Y'all give me a second. And I'm going to have to... Nope. I should be able to find it right there. Just waiting for the... Okay. All right, so let's do that. Y'all go to that link and actually give me a second here, because we're going to... We're going to do this right here. I'm going to pin this. So y'all go to that link that's pinned at the top of the chat and put in hashtag HWG sent me. If you would do that, and we'll give that a few minutes, and then we'll use comment picker to go ahead and pick a winner for the participant giveaway, and then we'll do the members giveaway. And in preparation for that, while that's going on, I'm actually going to... Let's see. I'm going to send 5 memberships right now. And Henry G got one of those. Waylon got one of those. Cliff Brott got one of those. Tegan did as well. And Baptism. So when we go to do the members giveaway here in just a few minutes, you guys will be entered into that. And I don't think the chat is working on my. There we go. All right, and you guys, have there been any ads tonight? I think I got it set to where there were no no ads running, if I'm not mistaken. And that's right, Jim. Jim says it's nice to see all the regulars winning the gifted memberships. That's very cool. And I think most of the ones, except maybe for Waylon, are actually in here tonight. So that's very cool. All right, let's go check that and see how many comments we've got. Now, you guys make sure that in the comments you're putting the hashtag HWG sent me, okay? I see a few there that are very recent, but it doesn't have the hashtag HWG sent me. So make sure that's in there. And y'all give him a thumbs up while you're over there too. Also, if Waylon's here, oh, okay, cool, awesome. Then everybody that got a membership is actually in the live tonight, or has been. So that's very cool. All right, y'all go check that link there that's pinned at the top. Leave a comment with the hashtag of HWG sent me. You can have something else in there if you like, but just make sure you put that HWG sent me in there. And I don't think I'm seeing all the comments there. Whoa. Somehow I got off of that. Okay. All right, we'll give y'all just a few more minutes. Again, this is the sticker pack that will be included, and you'll get to choose one of these different EDC 3D printed items. And I think we're getting some comments. We continue to get some comments. So when I see that slow down, we'll and I will go ahead and get it in comment picker and get that pulled up so that we can get the giveaway done here, at least for this one. And then we'll do the members giveaway shortly after. But this is not seeing the link. Maybe misspelled it. Maybe not. Not sure. Okay, it should be there at the pin to the top of the chat there, Bob Tism. Ron Crow says Mallory needs 2 more subs to hit 600. If you don't mind, so if anybody's not, and Waylon is here. I just saw that. Waylon saying that they're in caps there. Waylon, thank you for being here, man. If you're not sub to Mallory, please go do so. Get him up to 600. Yep, and there's Boominati dropping the comment HWG sent me into that link there. Jim Cox says, does Adventure 50 have comments set to go straight to review? I don't know. Jim Cox says, YouTube is acting weird. Oh, great. That's all we need. Is a weird acting YouTube. I'm seeing the comments go up, so I mean, I think there was. Let's see here. Brian White, I see, commented. Mick Ranger. But it says there's 26, and I'm not seeing anywhere close to 26 comments. Henry G, go back and edit yours and put that hashtag, man. And also, Tegan, if you want to be entered, go back and edit your comment there to be entered. Well, I wouldn't be surprised, Jim. Jim says, click on top, then latest for filter. Newest first, yep. So I see Neil McKenzie, Jim Cox, Brian White, Kelly, Bluminati, Tegan, Matt Moore. I think that's Waylon. Robert Willoughby, Clint Crosby. Yep, I'm seeing a lot of folks now. But y'all remember, if you didn't put that hashtag HWG sent me, then Comment Picker won't pick it up. And well, let's go ahead and see if there's any additional comments. All right, looks like we've settled down on the Henry G. Yours is still not quite there, I don't think, unless you've gone and fixed it. And it's not, and YouTube hasn't called up yet. All right. What I may do here. Okay, I'm just going to pick a. Let me share the screen so you guys know what I'm doing it as I should be. So let me share this screen. And go stop that, start that, window. Okay. Then I'm going to grab that, copy that link there. I'm going to random comment picker. I'm going to choose the YouTube comment picker. I'm going to paste that link in, filter duplicates, and HWG sent me. I'm going to say one winner, random. Names we're going to do, let's do 20 seconds. I think I've got the maths down here. Let's see how many comments. 21 comments. Okay, everybody good? I'm going to get YouTube comments again to make sure. Oh, got to do another maths. All right. So we got 21 comments. Are you guys ready? And we're going to start. 20 seconds. And, uh-oh, can't see. Whoop, 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 whoop. I've got to stop that from sharing. And when I get there, all right, it should show up. It didn't show up, did it? Do you guys, did it? It's not showing on my screen. Oh, you guys. I was trying to hurry and that's who I had. It was Tegan. And even if Waylon had won, he was going to DSKFS it to Tegan. And Tegan says rigged. 1931 Leatherwork says, I think I entered seconds too late. Oh, man. Tegan says, never mind, not rigged. All right, Tegan. Which one do you want? Do you want the knife stand? I have black or blue there. A bit holder or one of the knife kit, little 3D printed knife kit things. It's your choice. And then some very cool stickers. And Ron says Mallory needs one more to hit 600 subs. If you're not subbed to him, please go over there and sub. Oh, you can't see because I have, I'm still on the other one, huh? Let's go back to the, I have either the blue or the black knife stands, the bit holder that has storage for additional bits, and also the 3D printed knife kit. All right, you guys seeing the desk cam now? Maybe, maybe not. If EVMux is not going to work right, I may have to go get the whatever Ron Crow. The knife stand on the left, that would be the blue one, correct? And absolutely. Tegan, just message me on it. Do you have Instagram? And if you do, then let's see. Then message me over here at on Instagram. And giving me your contact information. There you go. Illuminati's got it faster than I can. Just message me and let me know your address, and I'll get that sent out to you. And congratulations. Thank you guys for that. All right. My mods are on that. That's right. It better be, because I struggle sometimes if things get crazy. I'm here trying to tell people they need to go subscribe to Mallory and wasn't paying attention to what's on this little screen over here to my left where I'm trying to make sure that I've got the right screen up. Man. But thank y'all for keeping me in line. All right. Mr. Eddie's trying to get Mind of Milton to skip work tomorrow and either go to the store or to the range, one or the other. All right, so that is for Tegan, and congratulations on that. Now let's get to the memory giveaway. All right, we got another sticker pack. We've got a couple of items from, whoops. Did y'all see that sticker disappear there? I had a sticker just escaped me. Went through the slats and I do not see where it went. I'll pull out another sticker here in a minute. There's a Fred the Lug sticker. There's a NAFS sticker. A Dark Water sticker. There's a K-Bar sticker. There's a Glow Rhino sticker. Kelly's Mishmash sticker. And I want to thank her for sending me a pack of stuff to add to the giveaways. Those are Colorful Filth sticker and a Weldon Carry. Let's grab another sticker since we'll add a big old Quiet Carry sticker. All right, so that's going to be part of it. And then you guys are going to have a choice between the Lemshifke Rattlesnake, the Miguron Takag, or the Fentiso, I think that's the Falcon. You'll have a choice between one of those, and I may throw in some extras as well. So let's go. And again, this is for members only. And I'm trying to see if I make sure I get down there. Mr. Eddie says you might get another pew tomorrow, so he needs to go test it out. And Tegan, thank you for that. He's giving one of us away just to the members. You guys. There is, Mom, I have Mom stickers, but I'm saving those for the big giveaway. I think I've got 3. And those are for the 1,500 giveaway. Oh, I've got 4. But I'm keeping 1. So those are Mind of Milton's very cool stickers. Look at that. That's a good one. I like that. So yes, I do have those, but I'm not giving those away just yet. Those are for the 1,500 giveaway, which is a TRM knife, a Latama, and a QSP. So we've got 3 pretty cool knives to give away for the 1,500. It was probably a ninja. It probably was. It literally disappeared on me. It went down here, which is there's something underneath, but I cannot find it. Tegan says, don't need any more pews. Got 4 safes full. Illuminati says, I need a Mom sticker. Mind of Milton says he just ordered more blue. He's got you. I don't know about that. You deflippered it. I'm not sure if I want that though. I do have a Chupacabra that I would trade somebody for something though. Tegan says at 500 subs he's going to get stickers. And Milton says Tegan has a channel. And I do not remember if I am sub to Tegan's channel. So let's go over here and check. I'm laying my belly on the porch. It's probably sticking up over there where you can see it. Mr. Eddie says the flipper was bad. Let's see. I was already subscribed to Taken. Okay, good deal. All right. Okay, you guys. So this is going to be just the members giveaway. I'm going to go over to my. Going to go over to the. Other screen over here. I've got to what I've got to do. I've got to grab everybody that's a member. So y'all bear with me just a moment. And I'm going to go onto YouTube and grab all the members. That way I get the latest, including the ones that won some giveaway or won the membership earlier. And let's see here. We've got to go to your videos. I've got to go to the dashboard. Let me go to members and grab everybody. I'm going to download the list of the download a list of all members, total members. And let's see. It's been a minute since I've done this, and I'm not seeing the list here. Y'all hang on just a second. Oh, here we go. See members. And let's do a download of all of them. It's got the new guys on here. Okay, we're downloading this, and I'm going to save it. Actually, go into the membership list. Grab all of these. And I'm back over here to EVMux. EVMux has a way for us to do this. And so we're just going to do a wheel. So people seem to like the wheel. And hopefully y'all do too. And I'm not seeing the chat right now. So if Ryan Crow says, the star means you're a member, sir. And let's add a scene. And let's see if I can figure out how to edit this thing now, since it's being crazy. Is this the one I need? It's not wind wheel. Let's remove that. I guess it was. Okay, let's see if this can edit. And I need to get rid of all of that. That seemed to work. And paste. And so you guys should be able to see. Your name's up on there now. This should be everybody. And if there's crazy characters in the name, I'm just going to leave that to instead of trying to fix the name. Okay. And so I just shuffled it. And are you ready? Let's see how many seconds. Let's do about 15 seconds on the spin. And we're going to go ahead and do that right now. And good luck to you guys. I appreciate you all. And we are spinning. Baptism says, "You ready, Freddie?" Jesse says, "Good luck." And look there, Mind of Milton has won the members giveaway. All right, so no, it says Mind of Milton has not. And Mind of Milton was there. Marco has won the giveaway. Sorry about that, Mind of Milton. You were there in the corner, and I thought you were the winner for a moment there. So the winner is Marco. Marco, if you're still around, let me know which one of these knives you would prefer, and I will get that sent to you. Is Marco still here? It doesn't matter. If Marco's not here, then I will contact him and let him know. That's part of the thing for being a member. Then you don't have to be here in order to win. I'm not seeing Marco, so we will. I'll contact him and let him know. But I appreciate. Yeah, he may have gone to bed. You're right, Kelly. All right, let me get that off the screen there. Well, it didn't get everything off the screen there, did it? Okay. All right, there we go. All right, you guys, really appreciate it. I'm gonna try to clean this bowl out here. Put some fresh water in there and just a little bit of baking soda, and see if we can't try this again. If y'all want to hang around, that's perfectly fine. If y'all have something else to do, because it is getting late here on the East Coast. And for some of you, even on the West Coast, it may be getting close to your time to get in bed. So if that's the case, I hope you'll have a wonderful night. I really appreciate everyone being here. Tegan says, "I'm going to hang around." Ramses, thank you so much. Henry G says, "Everyone have a great night and a great rest of your week." And I agree with that. It used to be very stressful doing this on Tuesday nights, and not so stressful anymore. I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes. I'm still not as smooth as I would like to be, but it is what it is. Bluminati says, "Unfortunately, got to hit the sack. It's only Tuesday." All right, man. Have a good night. All right, let's see. You'll give me a second, and I'm going to empty this, and I will be right back. All right, let's see if we can get this brand new thing of distilled water. Oh, let's. I think there was a mention of how much per cup. I'm gonna put 2 cups in here and see if that should be fine. I don't know if Jim Cox is still hanging around or not, so I'm going to scroll back up and see if I can find where it was mentioned. Because I think Jim mentioned what it was, how much it was per cup. And you guys are probably screaming at me because I'm scrolling back up. And it's too far. Okay. I don't know if Jim's still hanging around or not. Okay. Well, and good luck at the doctor's in the morning. I've got some baking soda here, so I'm going to and then I'm going to use this to stir it up. No, I'm not. I've got a fork here. Okay. All right. Sorry. I did hit the camera there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try the one. I'm going to try the one that I cleaned a while ago. We're going to dip it in Wink. And then if that works, we'll hit the other one again with Wink. And let's go ahead and put that into the water. Okay. Let's dip that in the Wink and let it clear out. You can see the color start changing back. There we go with purple. And then the kind of bronze color. And then we've got the back to the bare titanium. Clean that off. Need to get a bigger wash tank there. Okay. Let's throw that in there. It's not completely on the bottom. Oh, let's try that again because someone did mention that you needed to Donnie says, can't hear, watching sci-fi with brother, just wanted to say hi. Tegan says, this was my first real giveaway win. Well, good. Congratulations, man. We're using the Wink and cleaning off the not cleaning it off really, but just making sure that it's getting down in that texture so that it etches good. All right, we're going to drop that in there. I'm going to put the lid back on that. Okay, and we're going to put it back in here. And this is, I am no expert on, no expert on much of anything. But we're going to try to give this another try. All right, so we've got fresh water there. We've cleaned it off. Let's see what happens when we hit it with the voltage. There we go with the other colors. That goes through with bronze and getting the pink now. That seems to go much faster. We've got the deep purple. And we've got teal coming in very nicely now. Our voltage, our amperage has dropped way down. Okay. All right. So there we go. Let me get this and rinse it off and lay it out here. That looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. So this was operator error all the way. Okay, so let's do this one as well. That was much faster and much cleaner. So if Jim is still around, thank you so much for mentioning about there being too much of the baking soda. I didn't know that was possible, but obviously it is. And I'm going to clean this up. Whoa. Okay. And rinse this off. Let me put the lid back on that. Well, Jim, you have a good understanding of it would seem, because that made a tremendous amount of difference there. Okay, got it in there, and y'all should be able to see it. Let's go ahead and turn it. Bob Tism, I'm not a huge fan of lightning anode, to be fair. Don't know if y'all saw. I made sparkles, y'all. I knew it was drifting over there, and I was like, ah! But y'all got to see some sparks. I tried the lightning, Jim, or Bob Tism. I tried the lightning. All right. Looks like we have got it. Yeah, you don't want to touch them together. It makes sparkles. All right. Let's turn that off. Okay. And there we go. I think that's going to look very nice. All right, let me get this wink out of here. I need to do this anodization more often because I think somebody mentioned that about the baking soda once before, and it works a whole lot better if you don't mess it up. Y'all saw how quick that was compared to when I was trying to do it earlier. So look at that one that's already drying there. That's going to look awesome. That's still wet there where you can see the marks there. But that did much better than the previous try. I think that's going to look really good on the knife itself. And I think I mentioned a few minutes ago that I was leaving the clip. I wanted some contrast. I didn't want the clip to be the same color. It'd be hard to get the clip to be the exact match anyways because it's a thinner piece of but I think that's going to look good. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to let it dry for a little bit and then we'll put it together. I do have a few more items I may try anodizing at a later time. And in fact, there's a knife that somebody that was in here earlier has let me borrow and mentioned letting me anodize. So we're going to try that here before too long. That'd be the plan. All right, you guys, I really appreciate y'all being here. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Mick Ranger. Tegan, congratulations again. I will try to continue to improve and get more smooth with the whole process. But it is a process, and at least for me, it is. So hopefully that will continue to get better, and we'll hopefully have some very good giveaways coming up here in the future. I really appreciate all of y'all. We've got a great community here. Hope to see y'all again next week, and if not before then, in another live. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.